it's just crushing. You know what I'm saying? It's very crushing.
One man's SNAP benefits are all gone, and card skimming may be the cause. We'll share his story next. Plus, the number of cyber attacks on schools have increased year over year. Neighborhood News reporter Jada Jenkins shows us what CCISD is doing to protect their students and staff. Chris 6 News at 5 starts right now. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. A Corpus Christi man says nearly $800 in SNAP benefits were stolen from his Lone Star card just one day after shopping at the H-E-B on Alameda and Glazebrook. Now, Joe Mauricio says the register glitched during checkout on November 25th, and the next morning, someone began trying to pull money from his account. Texas Health and Human Services later confirmed 2 fraudulent transactions, nearly $700 in an online curbside order at an H-E-B in San Antonio, and another $50 at an online store in New York.
I mean, as a man, you know, trying to put out for his family and try to sustain, and the setbacks been put in front of you, it just crushing. You know what I'm saying? It's very crushing.
Mauricio has filed a police report, but CCPD says SNAP theft cases are only assigned if there's an investigative lead. HHS tells us SNAP card skimming remains a persistent problem. That's where thieves put a device over a card reader and steal the card number and PIN. In another blow to Joe, HHS says federal law bans replacement of benefits stolen after December 21st, 2024. Mauricio says he's now using rent money just to buy food for his family. If you see fraudulent charges on your SNAP card, report it immediately. You can call the Lone Star Help Desk at 800-777-7328 or the HHS Fraud Hotline 211 option 3. Well, card skimming is becoming a bigger problem every year, but there are ways to protect yourself. Before using a machine, check to see if it has been tampered with. Be skeptical of any non-bank ATMs. If the keypad feels thick or hard to press, it may have been tampered with. Always block your PIN when entering numbers.
As cyber attacks on schools climb nationwide, CCISD is moving fast to protect student and staff data. I'm your Neighborhood News reporter Jada Jenkins on the West Side, where district leaders say this is the largest cybersecurity training in the nation with the Cybersecurity Coalition for Education.
Students, it's our faculty, it's our coworkers.
Your children's address to their health information to even their test scores.
All that information that can expose vulnerabilities.
Now being used to target you.
So much personal information from students and staff.
That threat is what brought educators from across different neighborhoods to learn about cybersecurity. One of the takeaways, how hackers are now using AI to impersonate trusted people you know to make fake emails and even phone calls.
Is that the actual person sending this message to me? You want to make sure that that is taken care of before you do anything.
A 2025 report from the Center for Internet Security shows 82% of K-12 schools have experienced a cyber incident. While CCISD hasn't seen a cyber breach yet, they are staying proactive.
Phishing is still the #1 way people are getting into our networks.
Daniel Shelton is an information security officer for CCISD and talks about the need to protect this data. Shelton says those attacks often look harmless.
It appears to be coming from a principal.
It could be a simple message, a link, or an attachment that feels urgent but could cause a major security breach, which is why this presentation is important for years to come. Officials say if schools adopt the steps taught here, many attacks can be stopped before they even hit a campus. On the West Side, I'm your Neighborhood News reporter, Jada Jenkins, Chris 6 News.
All right, Jada, thank you. Well, in statewide news, President Trump pardoned Texas Congressman Henry Cuellar and his wife today. Cuellar was indicted on bribery and money laundering charges last year. Well, he was accused of accepting approximately $600,000 from 2014 to 2021 from a bank in Mexico and an oil company in Azerbaijan. Cuellar spoke with the media in Washington after the announcement earlier today. Take a listen.
I want to thank President Trump for this action that he took. On behalf of my wife and my family, I want to say thank you. I think the facts have been very clear about this.
Cuellar has now filed for re-election next year. President Trump stated in a social media post announcing the pardons that he believes were political. Well, back here in the Coastal Bend, it's been a cloudy and chilly few days, but will that change anytime soon? For those answers, we are joined now by meteorologist Diamond Dixon for a look at our weather for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's a gloomy day. It feels like you just want to go home and take a nap, and a couple of showers through some of our neighborhoods, but mainly we'll actually start seeing rain today through Thursday and Friday. But our weekend looks to shape up a lot nicer with sunshine back into the forecast. Right now we have our live look outside our CCC camera over at Snoopy's Pier. We could see that it's a little harder to see off into the distance because a little bit of showers, also a little bit of fog into the mix as well. We're currently sitting at 60 degrees, so 60 is not too cold, but it's also not that warm either. North wind at 8 miles per hour. All of your full forecast coming up.
Diamond, thank you. Well, over in Aransas County, the new courthouse is almost ready to open its doors. The original courthouse was destroyed during Hurricane Harvey in 2017. The new facility broke ground in 2022, but the project had faced several setbacks. And while some work on the courthouse is needed, the many offices that will be housed there have begun moving in, including the county judge.
And I just see it as a symbol of healing. Hopefully people remember the end product and not the journey we got to get here.
Now, on top of the county judge office, the following offices will also be located in the new courthouse moving forward, while offices such as the county and the district clerks will remain at their current locations for the time being. Now, you can, of course, find these locations and the details on our website, kristv.com. A major investment is on the way for one of the city's most iconic performance spaces, the Harbor Playhouse. For at least 100 years, the Harbor Playhouse has served as one of the oldest continually running community theaters in Texas. Foundation repairs, storm protection, parking lot resurfacing, and much needed HVAC upgrades are on the way. Now, the price tag on this project is nearly $4.9 million and will be paid through the city's Type B sales tax.
Harbor Playhouse, we always strive for the comfort of everyone, especially our patrons. So these independent experiences all kind of came about to the point where we said, okay, we definitely need to make some changes in order to continue providing that high quality experience for our patrons.
The Harbor Playhouse is still in the beginning phase of the project. Now, bids for construction firms will begin in March, with construction starting in the summer. Well, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi celebrated the dedication of its newly named HEB Performing Arts Center earlier today. The ceremony honored HEB's generous $1 million donation to the university and marks a major milestone in the partnership between the two. University President and CEO Kelly Miller says the center will continue to serve as a central hub for both the campus and the wider community. She also says the HEB's continued partnership has been invaluable in supporting the arts.
This is a performing arts center that we have many events for the community as well as for our campus. It's one that we'll be expanding programming for as our new arts and media building completes on campus. So we'll be doing more external events to just contribute to that cultural vibrancy of the Coastal Bend.
Well, a longstanding partnership between HEB and the university spans more than a decade. Officials say the renamed center strengthens their mission to enrich the Coastal Bend's cultural landscape. Well, the 5th annual Coastal Bend Flags of Valor at the Borcher Fairgrounds has wrapped up for this year. 1,000 U.S. flags that have been on display at the Borcher Fairgrounds since late October were removed today. Volunteers from the community, including students from Flower Bluff High School and Veterans Memorial High School, helped remove the flags this morning. Vietnam veteran Lloyd Baker was among those who sponsored a flag. For him, it was an emotional day.
It's important to remember every one of these flags flying out here was somebody at one time. I got my flag already. It was for my brother-in-law. Excuse me.
For all the veterans who were honored, we thank them for their service. The Coastal Bend Flags of Valor was sponsored by Mike Shaw Toyota. Well, a football game for a holiday cause. We'll share the details on this event taking place this weekend.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. Black Friday's now in the rearview mirror, but the holiday shopping craze is just getting started. Though if you're going to be shipping some gifts, we do have some recommended deadlines to get your presents to their destination in time for Christmas morning. So FedEx is recommending you ship items between December 17th and the 23rd for delivery by the 24th. Now, UPS recommends to ship by the 19th, and USPS Priority Mail recommends you ship by December 18th, except for Hawaii or Alaska, which will obviously take a little bit longer. A tradition that brought holiday joy to families across Nueces County and for nearly 2 decades is back this weekend. The first responder toy bowl returned Saturday, continuing a tradition that started back in 2005. The event was created after the late Judge Bobby Valderas approached Lula Council number 1 with one simple goal: to make Christmas better for families in need. 6 teams made up of firefighters, police officers, and constables and sheriffs from across Nueces County will face off, all for a good cause. And the event is open to everyone. Your ticket into the event is just a new unwrapped toy or donation.
It's going to be open to the community. If you could bring an unwrapped toy or donation, or if you don't have any, as Judge Bobby Valderas used to say, just come on in and have fun.
All toys and donations collected will go towards helping local families have a brighter holiday season.
And coming up, we're going to be talking about some colder weather and more rainy days in the forecast. Stay tuned for the full forecast coming up. Welcome back there, Coastal Bend meteorologist Diamond Dixon with a live look outside. Our first community bank sky came over the USS Lexington. A little bit of a foggy look here. Also some showers in our neighborhoods. We start our rainy days today through Friday. Still a little bit colder in the forecast, but Doppler radar showing us the last 6 hours of some of that shower activity. A lot of it stayed concentrated over the Gulf and to the northeast of us, but some of it made its way into Corpus Christi, a little bit of Beeville. But we'll see some rainfall throughout our days through Friday. Temperatures right now are between the 50s and 60s, lower 70s for Hebronville, but 60 for here in Corpus Christi, same for the Naval Air Station, and 57 for Beeville, those upper 50s. Now those feel like temperatures will stick around in the 60s through 1 p.m. tomorrow, but we'll start off warmer into our Thursday before we get colder because our next cold front moves through tomorrow morning. So also with our winds, we're still getting our north wind at the time, but we have some calmer winds throughout our neighborhoods, all under 10 miles per hour. And today we hit a high of just 60, still below average of 72 for the week. And this morning we were at 48, which is also below that average of 52. Now with those rain chances, they're a little bit on the lesser end than as anticipated, but they're between isolated and slightly widely scattered, mainly for our Thursdays and Friday morning. And this weekend is expected to be on the sunnier side for us. So if you look at Future Tracker, we can see those showers moving through once again northeast of us by Victoria Bay City over the Gulf, and then we can see some more shower activity as that cold front moves through into our Friday, well, into our Thursday, I should say, and keeping us a little cool through Friday. Those temperatures mainly are half and half this week between below normal and above normal, but for the most part, our time now will be below normal. Towards the end of the week, headed into next week, is more above normal. The big weather picture, we see our cold fronts hanging out kind of still by North Texas, sorta, sitting right around San Angelo there to the west of Dallas. We'll continue to move further south into Corpus Christi, once again into tomorrow morning. But also, if you're looking for that next supermoon, you'll have a better opportunity for it into Thursday, but it will be visible in some parts tonight and Thursday. But the only difference is that we're going to have some increased cloud cover in place. Therefore, that visibility might be a little low on your end. That best opportunity will be full at 5:14 tomorrow evening, and that only refers to those colder temperatures that make a return by the end of the year. So this is going to be our full cold moon of December. So those next 7 days, just prepare to keep the umbrella on standby through Friday, but this weekend we have those warmer temperatures in the 70s and then back again to those cooler temperatures just slightly into Monday, back into the 60s and then 70s again by Tuesday.
This storage unit might look ordinary, but inside, something extraordinary is happening. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter on the South Side, and this is Ashes to Beauty, a tiny ministry with a big mission, providing clothing and hope to people rebuilding their lives after prison, addiction, or homelessness. But winter is here, supplies are low, and their only delivery car is not running. I talked with the founder and men in recovery, and I was able to see firsthand just how much this place matters and how urgent they need support.
Imagine yourself coming out of prison and you only have the attire that you went in with.
That's Olga. She started Ashes to Beauty because she once needed the same kindness.
Me being homeless and in need of clothes.
A moment that changed everything.
And God showed up for me where I was at, because I surely wasn't looking for him.
Now, she's paying that forward.
This is his ministry. He just trusted me with it to do what he tells me to do, and that's to help people who are in need.
She's helping people like Pablo Salinas.
It was such a blessing because I didn't have anything.
And Ricardo Hernandez.
They've given me some stuff, keeping me looking fresh. Gotta stay fresh, man. Fresh for Jesus.
In fact, their outfits?
Like I'm wearing it.
Yeah, we're wearing it.
But to keep serving people like Pablo and Ricardo, they need more winter clothes.
Jackets, sweaters, pants, socks, beanies.
And her team, who's also receiving some help, like Smiley, feels that need.
I came over here the other day, but they didn't have none my size, so yeah. But eventually something will come through soon, you know. Just gotta be patient with it.
Absolutely. They're also without a working car, used for donation runs and to help people get where they need to go.
So this truck is used to pick up donations, to go pick up my brothers, my sisters, to take them to Bible study, to take them to church.
And even though it sounds simple, clothes can change everything. A job interview, going to church, or just starting over.
They want to change their life? Let's go.
It's like going from rags to riches. Amen.
To beauty.
Ashes to beauty. Ashes to beauty.
Anybody who wants to donate, remember this. God will bless you back in 100-fold. And I thank you for anything and everything that you give, whether it be new or used, whether it be name brand or not. We take anything, and we're grateful.
If you'd like to donate clothing, help financially, or even need assistance yourself, I'll have Ashes to Beauty's contact information on my story on ChrisTV.com. On the South Side, I'm your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter, Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
All righty, Michaela, thank you. Well, a very good time to clear students' minds. We'll show you what was happening at TAM-UCC today.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. Major League Baseball player and Corpus Christi native Jose Trevino took the field today with a truly winning team. The Cincinnati Reds catcher got in some batting practice and did a lot of other fun stuff with some of the kids undergoing treatment at Driscoll Children's Hospital. Trevino says if he can bring the young patients some happiness, even if it's for a few minutes, he's more than happy to do it.
You know, during the holidays, hospitals, you know, kids feel like they're missing out, and I feel like we could provide, you know, some kind of happiness to them, you know, giving away toys, coming out, playing on the playground, playing some baseball. I think we had some fun today.
Jose Trevino says he met some incredible kids who are going through things he can't even imagine. He told us whenever they need a smile, whenever they need some fun, he's ready to come up to bat for these children. From chickens to puppies to cats to llamas, Texas A&M Corpus Christi students got the chance to de-stress before finals earlier today. Paws on the Island gives students the opportunity to interact with a variety of different animals, as you can see right there, and just take things slow today during a time of the year when everything moves so fast for them.
Well, I think being able to just like interact with another social creature, especially whenever it's like animals, they're really like relaxing just because like they just sit there.
Well, more than 100 students participated in the event. And the Powerball jackpot continues to climb, now making its way up to $775 million, making it one of the 10th biggest jackpots in Powerball history. Well, just a few months ago, players in Missouri and right here in Texas split the largest jackpot ever at more than $1.7 billion. The next drawing is tonight at 9:59 p.m. A trash panda got trashed this past weekend as a liquor store in Virginia got a surprise when they went to open on Saturday morning. Take a look. Officers were called to a liquor store after the place was found ransacked, liquor bottles strewn about, and the masked suspect passed out in the bathroom floor. There he is, the suspect, a very drunk raccoon. An officer was able to get him to an animal shelter where he was checked out, look at that, for his injuries and given a chance to sleep off his limitations. Now, he was then released back into the wild. Well, I'm sure he had a crazy story to tell his friends.
That is so funny.
Back
I mean,
there.
You know, what are the odds? He got to do all that for free.
Yeah. You ever seen Over the Hedge?
Oh, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, right?
Yeah, yeah. But
he had a crazy story to tell.
That's a cool panda. That little panda's gonna stay warm from maybe the liquor. I don't know. I can't judge. I don't know. Don't know anything about it. But as far as that good old weather coming, a little cold on our end, a little rainy, but we'll get some warmer weather by the weekend.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you at 6.